in a room with no windows and no doors and no people and very little air, and you can hear people outside and they're saying mean things about you and your personality. And why wouldn't they? Because you're a piece of shit. So you start to hyperventilate, but you stop because you can feel the air thinning out because your lungs hurt and your skin begins to shrivel, but maybe they're wrong and they're the pieces of shit because you're awesome and they're not, and you know how to roll sushi like a true Japanese person who battled it out at Okinawa or something, and you know how to spell very well, and you could dance circles around their asses like fucking Fred Astaire. So you're in this room and no one hears your cries for help because they're fucking ingrates, probably talking about themselves and their first chair violinist children and all their accomplishments, and you're just in there like, hey, I got an associate's degree in 1999. I mean, who the fuck do they think they are? You're a big deal in your hometown, and someone called you super cool one time who didn't even know you, so what the fuck do they know? You could totally kick their asses in Jeopardy and get all those fucking answers right, and then fucking Alex Trebek would totally want to get with you and be your best friend, and you two would go on a cross the fucking country road trip together with the billions of dollars you won, and he would fucking hate them in their faces and their stupid wrong answers. So you're in this room, a fluorescent light flickers from above you and it kind of creeps you out, like that homeless guy you saw on the street in Portland one time. He may have also been the bookstore owner. It was hard to tell, but that was the creepy part. Like, what's his deal? You could totally be better at him than owning that business, and you'd fucking look better doing it. Fucking Portland. Then you rub your hands together to create friction because it's a bit cold, and you imagine all those fuckers out there. They probably have Pendleton blankets, one for each of them. Like, how the fuck did they get those? And it's probably warm out there, so why the fuck do they need blankets? If you were out there too, you'd totally be a nice person, like offering the poor son of a bitch inside that black fucking box one of those blankets and devising a rescue plan for that motherfucker because people deserve to be rescued and helped and stuff. Like I said, ingrates, asses, fuckers. And then you hear a knock at the door, and it's your mother. Just what you fucking need, right? She wants to know why you didn't marry a nice Jewish girl. Esther, she says. What about Esther? What about Esther? She had a hook nose and a wart right on top of it like some hocus-pocus kind of bitch. You're not going to marry that. You're going to get to know, in the biblical sense that is, a nice not Jewish girl because you're not a fucking doctor. And you couldn't even get a Jewish girl anyway because Jewish girls like doctors and lawyers and Hollywood big shots, and you're not any of those things. And then your fucking mother keeps running her mouth about continuing your degree, and then bitching about why you think you're better than her just because of your education. Of course you're better than that bitch, because you know the world has been around a lot fucking longer than 6 or 10,000 years or whatever the hell she thinks Jesus did when the dinosaurs roamed the United States of America. Whatever. She's a dinosaur. An ugly fucking dinosaur bitch. And after realizing that you're not going to fucking respond to your criticisms, your mother walks away from the fucking box because she doesn't understand that you're trapped. But why would she? Because there aren't any windows or doors, and that's totally normal. And nobody ever tries to help you when it's obvious you need it. She just gives up. She always fucking gives up. She doesn't know what's going on, even though you're fucking yelling it at her from inside that fucking box because she's listening to her jazzercise music and looking up recipes for fucking Cornish hens. Anyway, the corner looks nice. So you go ahead and try that out, and it feels just like it looks, hard as a fucking rock. But you go ahead and slide your knees up to your chest, sitting in that corner like a fucking schizo-crazy person. Go ahead. You earned it. Rock back and forth a little, too. Feels good, right? I bet those fuckers outside would love to see you like that. Rock, little bitch. Rock. Rock like a crazy idiot. Because that's what you fucking are. You're never going to be anything but a crazy, poor, angry, sad person. And no one will ever want to help you, and everyone will walk away from you saying things like, just get over it. Do more yoga. You need a vacation. And then you'll be fine. You should get into running. Or maybe try Xanax. They should try fucking Xanax or other witch white people things, or look in a mirror every once in a fucking while. You're not crazy, you're perfectly fine, and everything is fine. You're just a little hungry, and that's why you're grumpy. Everyone gets a bit testy when they're hungry. You had a lot to do last week, and you're just recovering from the stress. Everyone gets stressed, and everyone gets tired and hungry, and everyone sits in the dark and cries a little. And everyone has to force themselves out of bed, and everyone has to muffle sobs when they get into a bathroom stall. It's totally fine. You're totally fine. Yeah, if they'd fucking feed you, you'd be fine. And if those fuckers would shut the fuck up and stop rambling and stop criticizing you and reminding you of all the shit you have to do once you get out of this trap, you'd be fine. And if someone would cut you a bit of slack, and if all those white old fat asses in Washington would get their shit together, you'd be fine. I mean, who can live off $8 an hour? Nobody. Fucking nobody. That's who. But you're making it work because you have real life experience and street smarts and an associate's degree, and all they have is friends and good paying jobs, but they only have those because they got lucky and they can make fucking small talk. Big fucking deal. You scratch a little bit at the absurd sunflower paper on the wall. It's too fucking happy for a thing like this, and it's coming off in yellow chunks, and you wonder if maybe it tastes like bananas and honey, because that's what it looks like, except for the paper part. But it doesn't, because it's fucking wallpaper, you fucktard. People don't eat paper, and you're a person, a real fucking person, who has feelings and taste buds and is angry and hurt and alone, but even those kinds of people don't eat the fucking wallpaper. You keep scratching anyway, and you finally get a good portion of it off. There's a picture of Mr. Rogers and his fucking neighborhood behind it. Fuck that shit. You keep going despite your best judgment. You find LeVar Burton behind the other wall, and you're thinking, what the fuck? What the fuck is this rainbow fun, happy, everything will be okay bullshit? You throw a can of bad tomato sauce at their faces because they're staring at you like everything's gonna be all right, but it's fucking not going to be because you're going to suffocate soon. Anyway, you're breathing heavy and crying and throwing shit and yelling as loud as you fucking can to make those fuckers out there go the fuck away. And where the fuck did you get that tomato sauce from? You should have fucking eaten that. You've been in here for a few days now. How are you even still alive? Do you even have water? No, you don't, because that would be a good thing, and good things never happen to you. Thank you.